What happened with AMC stocks? I'll show my portfolio. As we can see, I have very serious losses on this company. AMC has dropped significantly. Let's also look at the strikes, at the prices. I'll definitely show the volatility, what's happening here. We'll also definitely delve into the news, why such a drop occurred. I'll also talk about short squeezes, what could happen. Let's start from the very beginning. Here are the news we're receiving. The movie theater chain's shares tumbled after it filed to sell up to $250 million worth of stock in a bid to shore up its balance sheet. What can I say about this? This was, of course, to be expected sooner or later. We see that AMC is following a downward trend. They happen very often, and there are no guarantees that they won't continue. Let's look at the volatility and what's happening here. Later on, I'll show my portfolio. Strangely enough, the volatility is almost unchanged. It remains at around 90%, so this indicates that the market theoretically anticipated this. Let's look at the volatility smile. As we can see, the smile, both towards calls and puts, is not particularly growing. Towards the upside, it's a straight line, and towards the downside, it slightly increases. Let's immediately look at the historical and implied volatility. What's happening here? The white line represents implied volatility and the gray line represents historical volatility. At the moment, the entire volatility curve is roughly at the same level, but historically we see that this is not the case. Historical volatility is higher. So over time, it's increasing. And based on this data, naturally, you can also build a strategy. Let's also look at the options trading volume. As we can see, there's a very large volume concentrated around the level of 4. These are our options trading volumes. Let's take a look at my portfolio. As we can see, there's been a significant drop in the portfolio, mainly due to AMC. Initially, I had $30,000, but now I'm down $28,000 just for today. Let's start with my spreadsheet. Just a reminder, I'm conducting an experiment to outperform AMC. My goal is to surpass it using options and effective position management. Over the past month, I've been successful in outperforming. Initially, my portfolio lagged behind AMC, but as time went on, I managed to outperform it by 7%, then 9%, 10%, 16%, and eventually by 22%. I've successfully outpaced AMC. Currently, I've locked in a profit of $1,780. Now, let's begin with the next steps. I'm fast forwarding the video as I transfer all my options to the next week. I'll continue rolling them forward. This is called smart position management, and then we'll sum up when I finish transferring everything. Okay, I've finished transferring. Here's what it looks like right now. I'm going to put everything into a spreadsheet now. What can I say? I rolled over 4.5 strikes for several weeks ahead, and for this I was paid a total of $6 per option. I had 10 options, so I made $60. Also, I rolled over with a small loss of $2 for options with a strike of $5.50. 10 options mean a loss of $20. And I also have a loss of $3 per option for $6.50 strikes. And there were 5 options, 4.5 at $5 is $20. So I made $60 from one rollover and lost $40 from other rollovers. But there's a commission here. On average, this commission is $20. I decided not to record anything in the spreadsheet. There might be a very small profit there, but I won't even account for it because it's not very important. Also, I slightly changed the strategy. You see, I had hedged options with strikes of $3 and $2. I explain all of this in previous videos. I recommend watching them all for those who want to be up to date regarding AMC, the strategy I'm using and applying. I used a complex strategy selling near-term options and hedging with longer-term options. And now I've closed them because the stock has plummeted significantly. And they were nearing expiration. I only had 88 days left. Someone might say 88 days, that's 3 months, that's a lot. Why did you close them? But first of all, I didn't close all of them. I still have 30 contracts at $2. Not 88 days, but 85 days to be precise, but I'll also try to close them later on. The reason for closing is that time is running out, so I just need to open longer-term ones, like for 300 days. Here I have a small loss. With 12 contracts, I lost $300, and with 20 contracts, I lost $303. So my total loss now stands at $600, and even with that, I still have accumulated profit of $1,780. Let me put all of this into the table below, and we'll see how AMC and my portfolio are doing. Let me enter the correct values into the table below. Today is March 28th. AMC is currently at $3.70. I'm inputting that into the table. And what do we have at the moment? As we can see, previously, my portfolio was growing by 20%. Now it's growing by 11%. So it's cooled down by 10%. This is regarding AMC. But look what happened to AMC. It dropped by 12%, and overall last week, my portfolio outperformed AMC by 22%. Now it's already at 23%. Let's take a look. The blue line is my portfolio. The red line is AMC. Certainly my portfolio is also dropping. It can't be helped. Firstly, I have open positions in AMC 600 shares. And I also have options. But you see how much the difference is becoming significant. Also, nothing is stopping me from buying more shares now, so that when AMC starts to rise, my portfolio will also start to grow significantly. Also, don't forget that I already have accumulated profit of $1,780. No one can take away that profit from me now. That's what I earn on. That's how I earn on AMC. Okay, I probably tired you out with all these charts. Let's get back to the stock itself. What I think, what I suppose, my friends. Throughout all of my videos, I've been telling you that you shouldn't listen to bloggers. Don't listen to some incredible short squeeze. It's all deception. I've always told you about this. From the very beginning, you can see it in this video of mine. This is the very first video on the channel. I just feel sorry, my friends, for those people who are deceived. So let's go back to the very beginning. Well, let's say the company is not doing well at all. But what's the funniest thing? It just stuns me. All the bloggers, and I'm talking about 5 to 6 bloggers who deal with AMC. My friends, they're not earning on AMC. They just don't do that. They earn on your views. Enough of watching. Stop it with this. Just stop it. They've been telling you for a year. Throughout this whole year, they've been claiming that it will happen, that soon short squeeze, then the stock split happened. Yes, AMC then dropped significantly by 80%. And then they said that's what I'm talking about with bloggers. Bloggers said that yes, this is ADAMA unlawful action, but everything will definitely go up now. They told you fairy tales about some short circuiting. Some funds got stuck in stocks, that there are some fictional stocks that are very heavily shorted. Someone believed in it. Yes, the stock rose for a while. It rose by 55%. Here they also told you that you just need to hold on a little longer. They told you about movies. Movies came out. I agree with you. They told you everything about how there's just a little more to hold on and what's happening. And again, AMC falls. My friends, I just want to see their faces. What will they be? I feel like there's nothing more to say. It's time to just admit your failure. Come on, be strong. And I was wrong. I always do this. Do you understand? And just stop messing with people's heads like that. Well, they said something about certain hedge funds being stuck, but objectively, it won't work anymore. They said we'll have good movies too, but that won't work either. I don't know what else they'll tell you. And their main task is to gather views. Forget about it. But anything about short squeeze up to $100 to $500, that's not true. It's a lie. Let me repeat it to you again. It's a lie. It won't happen. I won't go into detail why it won't happen. I've said it 10 times already in all my previous videos. At some point, it won't be able to make additional emissions. And at some point, it might go bankrupt. You just waited, suffered until it goes bankrupt. Or some Amazon will just buy it for $5. This is just nonsense. Again, my best strategy is position management. How do you see it now? I manage AMC. You can watch all my previous videos. I explain everything in detail there, as detailed as possible. Why and what I do. Now, what should you do? You lost all your money, what should you do? Let me give you a step-by-step plan. First, stop listening to other people's opinions. You can even turn off this video and forget it. Second, you need to accept it. Yes, I made a mistake. Third, I don't recommend selling these stocks or options. If you have these stocks, leave them be. Don't touch them. Maybe they'll grow in the future. Let them be. What's your main task? Start from scratch. How will I do this? Admit it. I made a mistake. Accept it. And start forming a new, sensible portfolio. You might say, I lost $100,000. I lost $50,000. Yes, it's unpleasant. Let's create a new portfolio. Friends, I want to open a completely new account with $0 and start gradually funding it. I'll be funding it with income from YouTube. When we have enabled monetization, we'll immediately start this experiment. Absolutely. $0 in the account. And I'll show you how to manage positions wisely. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss this. Also, you can just start along with me. Download everything. We're starting life anew. A new portfolio. And looking at my logic, you absolutely shouldn't copy my trades. Just by looking at the logic, you'll earn even more than you lost on those stocks on AMC. Just believe in it. I'll explain everything to you in maximum detail. I'll show you real account numbers. That's why I'm creating a voice using artificial intelligence to show you a real account, but with all the bank accounts, so you won't be able to track me down and influence me in any way in the future. Sorry, I'm paranoid about this. That's why I'm doing it this way, to show you absolutely real money and a real account, and to stay safe. I made this decision exclusively for this purpose, to use a virtual voice. So let's get back to AMC stocks. What could be there? After such a scenario, I fully acknowledge that the stock may continue to decline. It can keep falling. No one guarantees. As we see, we have a level at $3.65, and I fully acknowledge that it might just drop and go even lower. Such a possibility exists. Additionally, it might announce an additional split, further dividing the shares, and then fall even lower. The most important thing, friends, for you to survive, you again need to accept mistakes. You need to stop looking at deceivers and scammers. You just need to start working anew. Also, almost a month ago, I launched a poll on my channel where you had 3 options for events. Either AMC will rise or AMC will fall, or AMC will remain in consolidation. We see that AMC has almost precisely fallen to $3.5. Therefore, all those who voted for this option, you won. Congratulations. I don't know how you did it, but well done. I'll launch a new poll, and we'll vote every month and see. My goal is for us to eventually reach the point where we always guess correctly. That is, I would be very pleased if the correct answer always had more votes. That means success. But again, the most important thing is wise position management. Under no circumstances should you forget about it. If you want to see the experiment from scratch, be sure to subscribe. I'll show you everything. Tell you everything absolutely. I'll just create a really working portfolio for you for free, one that outperforms the SP 500. I have it on real account. Just my paid services I'll show for free. You can't miss it. Also, of course, I advise you to watch my previous videos regarding AMC stock. I've explained everything there too, showed everything about this stock. Good luck to everyone.